Okay, here I am with more questions again, and you know how much I love your questions. How long and what type of needle do I use for the injection? It is a 1-inch needle that's 23 gauge. It's recommended for the intramuscle injections I do, that you do 1 inch to 1.5 inch. Gauge is flexible. They say at least a 23 gauge just because you're going into the muscle. But I might up the gauge, I might not. I'm not really having any issue with the gauge. The gauge just basically makes how fast or slow the medicine goes in. And as far as the length, I feel the 1 inch is really good length for me. I couldn't honestly even find the 1.5 inch for what I needed, because you have to make sure it's sterile and everything. And a 1.5 inch one, every time I found one, it was not sterile. That's why I ended up going with the 1 inch. I don't think the needle's the problem, just because I'm not having problems with the right leg. I'm just having problems with the left leg. My one friend who is also trans and doing shots suggested there's 2 methods called the pinch method and the stretch method. And basically it's exactly what it sounds like. You pinch the area as you inject, or you stretch it. They said the next time I do the left leg to try the stretch method instead, that it might be basically that the left leg is too squishy, and it's making it just kind of sit in there. What side of my thighs do I inject into? The outer side, just because my entire life I've had fairly muscular legs, and because it's supposed to go into the muscle and not the fat, I know the outer portion of my thighs are mostly muscle, and the inner portion is the jiggly fattier area. So I don't know whether I'd be in the right spot to go in on the inner portion. So I do the outer portion just off center to where in my head the bone would be in my leg, because I don't want to stick and accidentally hit the bone. That would be terrible. I can't really tell if your voice is different because of the acoustics in your room versus your car. Yeah, I get that. Though last night when I was at work, I was getting really excited about something and talking fairly loud, and my voice cracked, and it cracked audibly enough that even my boss was settle down there, your voice just cracked. So that I'm taking as a sign, because voices crack in puberty. So progress, even if it was just one little crack. Do any of your male family members have a lot of facial hair, or can they grow it fast? My oldest brother grows it fairly fast. He shaves on a regular basis. I don't know how fast my little brother's grows, but I anticipate, because we are less than a year apart, I think we actually classify as Irish twins. But he grows it in quite thick too. I don't know how fast it grows though. I also anticipate as I transition, I'm going to end up looking more like him body wise. Maybe if I can find a good picture where I can hide his face, I'll show that to you all. Just so you get an idea. And plus then it maybe make a little bit more sense why I'm saying, Irish twins looking like him. My other older brother also grows it fairly fast, but his is sparse. But he also has a lot of medical issues that affects that. And my dad's grows in fairly thick and fast. So yes, they can grow it fairly fast. They grow it fairly thick. So I'm anticipating, hopefully, following that trend. How is my blood pressure doing? I have not checked it yet today, but the last time I checked it, it was actually almost normal. It was 128 over 80 something. She would like it just a teensy bit lower, just because of the fact that with the testosterone, especially if they increase my dose, it's going to go up again. So she's trying to get it where it's like the lowest it can be normal wise, just to accommodate that potential increase in dose later. But the meds seem to be working so far. I feel a lot better, so I'm happy about that. We definitely got it under control for right now.